What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant/review. Today, I want to talk about this album right here, which is Locksmith's latest album titled Olive Branch. You want to know a little bit more about Locksmith? Check out my past two videos about him. I did two videos about his last two albums. We're on to this album titled Olive Branch. Let's jump right into it. Right on the front, self-explanatory, very plain. Let's get right inside this bitch. There are the liner notes there. CD. Right there you have Locksmith. Locksmith is silhouette, I should say. He's chilling behind a window over there. So put that back. Let us jump right into production. Locksmith had a lot to do with production and co-production on this album. But let's shout out the other producers on here. You have Decap, Kato, Mike Blankenship, Mike Top Notch, Matt Cody, Mars Boy Genius, DJ D Sharp, The Kid Rated R, Amp on the track, and yeah, that's it. Everybody else is pretty much reused. Okay. Jump into the features real quick. You have Rebecca Noble, who is a frequent collaborator with Locksmith. She's on here 3 times. You have One Coco. I hope I'm saying this name right, this next name right. Olamide Faison. That person's on here twice. And you have Sangin Sarah. Okay, so there's 12 tracks on here, 7 of which have features on there, which are mostly, they are singing features. So Locksmith is handling the bulk of the rap vocals, which I like. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this album. Locksmith, in the past, I've been real critical of him. Let me just say about this album, this is the Locksmith that I personally have been waiting for. Because, like I mentioned before, I've heard about this guy years ago. I can't even, maybe, damn, there was a video that I saw. I forget the name of the video, but I remember the Frank the Rabbit LP. That was the one. I still don't have it. I'm looking up, snag that from my collection, but I remember there was a video for it, and I was not in a homosexual way, but I fell in love with this guy. You know what I mean? I know y'all are gonna sit there and comment on that shit, but I have to protect myself. But you know, I liked his style and all that shit. So you know, I kind of didn't follow him like that. I got so much music. Y'all know how it is. But when his 1,000 Cuts came out, and I forget the other one, I wasn't too crazy about it. But my biggest criticism with those albums was I think he was holding back a lot and sounding way too mainstreamish on there. Sounded sort of like Drake to me, to be honest. And on this album, he gets it in. He's going in. I don't know if he saw my videos or not. I don't know. I hope I was an influence, because I want to take credit for what goes on this fucking album, man. concept wise, we'll talk about like track 2, for example, Nobody. He says on the hook, I don't fuck with nobody. He's talking about how he essentially don't really trust nobody like that. And that kind of transcends into the next track, No Way, featuring Rebecca Noble, because he kind of talks about this on Nobody too. This is a common theme in rap. When he wasn't really doing anything, or let me not say that, when he was making moves on a minor level, nobody was really fucking with him. You know what I mean? And he kind of, I like how that kind of transcends into track 3, No Way, because he's talking about that sort of shit when he's at rock bottom and he never gave up, but he also recognizes that nobody was fucking with him at the time like that. Track 4, Agenda, which kind of sets the tone for some of the later tracks, like Olive Branch for one, which is the last track on here, the title track. Track 4 is where he's getting real super socio-political, which is kind of a thing nowadays, because nowadays with the whole atmosphere with what's going on and everything, people want to get, a little bit more semi-conscious, even though it really wasn't selling like that a few years ago. But track 8, Sanity, great fucking track there. It's almost like a mix between the socio-political shit and paranoia. That's how I feel. But yeah, he really gets it in on this album. I am fucking proud of Locksmith. Like I said, this album was fucking made for me. As far as production goes, it's kind of along the same lines as his last couple efforts. Very clean, not dirty at all. Very clean. But yeah, what do I rate this shit? I would give it a strong 8 out of 10. I'm proud of Locksmith. Thank you for making this album. Definitely a good, solid album. Straight to the point, 12 tracks. Check it out. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Support dope shit. And that's it. Peace, bitches.